up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of SCNS Live, the Super Cool Nerd Show. Thank you for joining us out there in the Super Cool Nerd Nation for another week of news, nerdetry, and Nintendo did the thing today. We're going to talk about that. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us. I am Jason the X. I don't do this show by myself, though. Down here, that's Rick.
Bang.
Oh, I see what he's doing. And over here, that's Cor, who's got all new hair. We're going to give her the camera for a second. Look at that. Look at that. All the hair is gone.
Channeling my inner Annie Lennox.
Sweet dream.
I love it.
Don't get me started. I like Annie.
It's a great song. It's a great band. It's a great person.
It's all red and stuff. But anyway.
It feels really good to have no hair again. It's wonderful.
You probably should have cut it like before the summer started when it was like, 110 damn degrees outside.
I was still convincing myself I wanted long hair.
Just couldn't do it. I did another COVID cut and ruined my hair, so it's way.
I'm still growing mine out for a cosplay, so.
Mine is.
And then we're coming into the fall, which is great because now my head's gonna be warm during the fall.
And I need Cora to take thirst trap RPG pics of my character. I've been working out and I lost some weight and I can like see my abs again. And I was like, I want to participate in that. And then I got talked out of it.
I mean, if you want to help me take sexy pics, I'll help you.
Oh, geez. I don't know how to be sexy. That's the thing.
And that's why I would be here to coach you, because you can be effortlessly sexy.
Lord. Just, Cora, give me sexy. Show more skin. So we do have some.
You can be sexy with your clothes on, just saying.
I know that much, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into all this stuff that's been happening this week. Let's go ahead and kick this thing off with some super cool nerd news. So, starting off today, well, I got, oh boy, you know how your crazy uncle will share a story on Facebook and maybe say something like, I'm not taking them vaccines, they put them robots in there and little microchips and everything, and you laugh and say, you don't know how microchips work, because they're controlled and they are the size of a cell. If you look over here at this image I have, they have strips of platinum, only a few atoms thick, that serve as legs. And they go Shawshanking through your blood and circulatory system.
Did you just say Shawshank?
I like to use Shawshank as a verb whenever I can. But they're looking to use these to maybe do some small biological work on the human body. Basically, they created them. They're made with semiconductor processing and can be controlled and made to walk with standard electronic signals, roughly the size of a paramecium. They can provide a template for building even more complex versions that can be mass-produced and travel through the human body. Ladies and gentlemen, nanotechnology is here. Mind you, this is strictly in a lab, but I can no longer make my argument about they're not going to put anything in your vaccine because, well, now they can. These robots, they are 5 microns thick, 40 microns wide. And if you can't realize how small, go and you can't measure it. Okay? I don't even know why we have this unit of measurement because you literally can't see it with the human eye. So
I can't just take a ruler and measure that?
No, there's no. What are you going to do? Get a pair of tweezers to hold a small, tiny ruler? No, you can't. They're controlling them like with laser impulses, but basically they are hoping to use these in all kinds of ways, medical, and I'm pretty sure that eventually they'll find a way to kill people with these things as well. But microscopic robots are here and can be injected into your body to do things.
Well, you know what?
I got nothing.
If they can put one of those inside of me and make me like a superhero, I'm all for it.
Oh, dude.
Or like an assassin or something.
I welcome that kind of technology. If they had the Winter Soldier arm technology, I would have an accident and lose my left arm.
Yeah.
I don't need this one.
Right here. Right there. Right past the bone.
Yeah.
Just
Put me a grappling hook on there and maybe a hidden knife. And just, yeah, or just be able to punch things with a steel arm. Yeah, I would conveniently fall on some railroad tracks somewhere.
I
What
mean,
are
you
you
know
trying to
where
hey,
some
there's some
are.
near me.
What
Yeah,
are
and
you
there's
trying to
there's
do? You know, I am all for better life through technology, okay? So long as, well, I mean, eventually they're going to use it against me. So, my wife has already told me I don't need any type of advanced anything.
I mean, I agree with her,
Hey,
but I'm
I,
not going to stop you because that's not my place.
as I said, with great power comes great responsibility, is something I would completely ignore.
Uh-huh.
That's something you puny humans would say. Anyway, as I'm ruling you. All right, Rick, you want to kick us off? And because Cora's got, ooh boy, she's got some stories. So
Yeah, so in Dark Knight Rises, Bane says, you merely adopted the dark. And yes, the darkness has adopted the Batman. The darkness has affected none other than Robert Pattinson, according to Vanity Fair. Robert has reportedly gotten sick and has halted production of the Batman for the time being, just days after they started filming again, outside of London. So um, WB hasn't explicitly come out with saying that it was Robert Pattinson. They said that they said a member of the Batman production has tested positive for the darkness and is isolating in accordance with the established protocols. Filming is temporarily paused, though Vanity Fair confirmed through a highly placed source that it was Robert Pattinson that was the individual who got sick. Um, so yeah, we haven't had any other real confirmations other than Vanity's Fair highly placed source. But a lot of people have run with the story, including Hollywood Reporter, Verity, CNN, so on and so forth. So they're filming again, and only to shut down after a few days. So uh, as of so far, they've only filmed about 25 to 30% of the film, which is what we got. We got a trailer out of that, which was amazing. But yeah, temporarily halted, probably for 2 weeks, maybe more, because who knows how many more people will end up getting sick.
yeah,
Because who knows who was all around them, like makeup artists, set designers, director, the other co-stars. So we'll see. But we haven't had an official thing from WB or Robert Pattinson's own representatives. But again, this comes from a highly placed source, according to Vanity Fair. So this could change. It could not. Who knows? But that's what's currently being reported.
if it's true, and more than likely in today's day, it probably is. I mean, this is no joke. Seriously, best wishes to Robert Pattinson. I hope it was localized just to him, and he can just get better and go back to doing the movie. But yeah, this stuff's no joke. I'm not going to sit here and make some ill-received joke. I wish the guy the best, and I hope he gets better quickly. And please don't let this spread like wildfire. Please. Don't need more people.
Just keep it contained.
But speaking of celebrities that have gotten the darkness, we got a shocking announcement from Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
I mean, he announced that his whole family got it. I mean, they're recovered now, and we're glad for it. But he has small children, so
Yes,
4-year-old.
thankfully.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, thankfully, those kids apparently had very mild symptoms. So,
But yeah,
go on
got
up
a-
there.
I love his
He's
video
got a
he put out.
4-year-old and a 2-year-old.
I love his video he put out. Like, I was careful before. Watch now. Like, this is no joke. And he put out, this is no joke. We all need to be taking this seriously. And I'm glad that he's doesn't have any tragedy from this, and he's better. But yeah, seriously, guys,
Yeah.
wear your mask.
He was saying that they had a 3 weeks of it.
Yeah, 3 weeks.
It was like a rough 3 weeks for them, and it's like, I mean, that's Dwayne, that's The Rock. Like, Dang.
I mean,
So
this stuff is still around. We still need to take it seriously. So, yeah. Cora, get ready to take up some time because there was an event today.
All right. So, all of you Nintendo nerds probably know that there was a 35-year anniversary Mario Direct today. That's right. Super Mario Brothers has been on consoles for 35 years.
My God.
Starting with Super Mario Brothers for the NES back in 1985.
wow.
And to celebrate, we have quite a bit of Mario news. So, starting it off with a Game & Watch version of Super Mario Brothers. So, you can play Super Mario Brothers on the Game & Watch system. So, like, its own little contained thing. You can also play the Game & Watch, like, little ball game, like the original one, but with, like, a little Mario graphic instead of the Game & Watch guy.
Mhm.
And it is also a watch, so it does keep time with 35 little secrets along the way. So it's a cute little thing. That is going to be coming out November 13th, 2020. Next up in the Direct, we had Super Mario Brothers 3D World coming to the Switch with, but specifically Bowser's Fury. So it looks like it's going to be like a whole new version of Super Mario 3D World with some little added dark touches to it. That's going to be coming out February 12th, 2021. There is going to be a special, like, this looks like utter chaos. I just want to point that out. I forgot to grab a picture of it, but I feel like I need to talk about it. Super Mario Brothers 35. So this is, you play through Super Mario Brothers against 35 random people on the internet. Every every enemy that you kill gets sent to another person's screen. And that will also happen to you. You will randomly just get enemies thrown onto your screen from 35 random people. Be the last Mario standing.
Yes.
This is going to be for Nintendo Online members only. So if you have like the Nintendo Online thing, and it's going to run from October 1st, 2020 through March 31st, 2021. So if you want to have like a Mario death match with 35 random people, this is how you do it. It looks like fun, but also looks like complete chaos.
I mean,
Battle Royale.
Pretty much.
I mean, I've been playing a lot of Fall Guys lately, so okay, bring it on.
You know what? You've been trained for this.
Yeah, I'm ready for it. But they're not done.
No, oh no. We're now getting into the one thing that Jason's going to lose his mind over, and that is Mario Kart Live Home Circuit. So when this part of the Direct started, I thought they were just going to talk about that they're coming out with like a remote controlled car that is Super Mario Brothers, like in like Mario Kart. I was only half right. You can turn your living room into a Super Mario racetrack and race against people. Like, you make the course yourself with this car and the 4 checkpoints they give you, and then you race on it. And you and at least one other person can race on it, but not only that, your Joy-Cons control the race car itself. So you're literally racing this remote controlled car in your living room, watching it happen on your TV screen as you race.
That's cool.
Like, it is so cool.
As a guy that just got his first drone, I am so into this because all I need is just somebody to curse. Who threw that shell? Who threw that purple shell? I'm gonna kill you.
Hey, and now you can go grab their car off the racetrack.
Well, since we're living in these times, maybe I can just like record it on my phone. Every time my car passes by, I can just yell it out. But that is awesome.
When's that coming out?
That is coming out October 16th of this year. So this is the thing that I've basically highlighted as this is the Christmas item.
How much?
Like, this is that high dollar Christmas item. We don't know the price of it. My
Okay.
ballpark is probably around like 100 something, considering it's a car, a video game, and the checkpoints.
The
Like, that's how yeah, like whatever price point they put on it is I don't think it'll exceed 200, but I see it being worth it considering what you can do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that is something. Oh, go on.
Oh, I'm excited about this. I saw this my jaw just went like, okay, gimme.
Like, as that segment went on, I was like more and more sold on it, and I found myself cursing. I live in a tiny apartment, so I can't really have a racetrack.
Yeah, I learned throwing my debit card on my computer doesn't work. So,
Yeah, unfortunately. See, I'm gonna blaze through these next little things real quick because, I again didn't grab pictures for these because they're just quick little tidbits. They're going to be having events leading up to March for Mario. There's going to be some little Mario missions on the website, which you can get cool stuff for if you finish, including little pins. I don't know if they're digital pins or physical pins, but either way, they're like classic Mario pins, so it looks really cool. Mario Kart Tour is going to be having a tournament, so the mobile version of Mario Kart. There's going to be 35th anniversary merch in the New York's brick and mortar store, as well as online. So if you want to get some special merch for that, you can. Super Smash Brothers Online is going to be having a special online tournament coming up in honor of Mario. Splatoon is going to be having a Splatfest that is going to be Mario themed coming up as well. There's going to be collaborations with various brands like Air Jordan and stuff like that, just popping out of the woodwork everywhere. And Animal Crossing will be getting some Mario-themed furniture for New Horizons. But we are still not done.
Whatever we're getting in Japan is going to get better. Anyway, go ahead.
Super Mario Brothers All-Stars, which came out for the SNES, is available is available on the SCNS Classic console for online players. So if you want to go back through and play the Lost Levels, Mario 2, Mario 3, and I believe it was Super Mario. I always forget what the fourth one was because I only ever played 2 and 3 on it. But if you want to go back and play those games, Super Mario All-Stars will be on there. And speaking of All-Stars, I have one final announcement for everyone, and this is the big one that maybe almost cried a little. Super Mario Brothers 3D All-Stars will be coming to the Switch September 18th of this month. And it will include Super Mario Brothers 64, Super Mario Brothers Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy.
She had an original cartridge. Hold that up again.
I also have, my roommate has Galaxy and Sunshine over here. I just can't reach them.
Don't forget to give it a before you play it.
Oh, always.
It does nothing.
Yeah. But yeah, they are coming out with a 3D All-Stars for their 3 big 3D hitters, which was 64, Galaxy, and Sunshine. So if you haven't played those games, or if you don't have a chance to play your cartridge anymore because your TV doesn't have the right ports anymore, then you can now play it on the Switch. But not only are you getting these games, they're obviously going to have higher resolution. They're upgrading the resolution for all the games. In music player mode, you will have the entire soundtrack for all 3 games as well.
I love when they do that with games.
Oh yeah,
especially
so you can listen to. Oh yeah, especially with 64. I loved the music in Mario 64.
Well, I like to give it with Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
So yes, the music of video games is awesome. So 35 years of Mario. Holy crap! Yep. I played Super Mario Brothers.
Just real quick with 3D All-Stars, it's going to have a limited physical release from September 18th, 2020 to March 2021.
Ooh.
And it's also, I believe, also going to be like a limited digital release as well, from what they were saying. That might change in the future. And they did make a disclaimer at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to put that here as well, that the Creeping Darkness could change any of these dates for release. This one seems pretty cemented in stone because it's so close. But just keep that in mind for any of the others coming out a little bit later, that things could change.
So wait, hold on. Which one is the limited edition release?
Super Mario Brothers 3D All-Stars.
Okay.
It will definitely be available during the Christmas season.
Yeah.
So.
Better pre-order. Anyway.
Yeah, pre-order or do the digital download.
Yeah. Damn. Might be,
35 years.
I mean, I played the original Super Mario Brothers on a CRT display, you know, and did speed runs of that thing. Of course, the first turtle shell trick where you got 99 lives, where you got infinite lives.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I was there. I was doing that. So, I mean, I've got a lot of those on my Switch. So, I mean, I just finished Super Mario World for my...
nice.
Yeah, I mean, I love that game. I forgot how much I loved Yoshi and falling him into a pit of lava when I needed to get across. I'm sorry, Yoshi. I must live.
So, Super Mario World was actually the first Mario game I ever finished. I played all of the original Mario games, but World was the first one I ever finished. I was also like 7, so that kind of makes sense.
And there's a lot of stuff they're doing for the 35th anniversary, and yeah, who's that guy that does the voice of Mario? I can't think of his name, but
I can't remember his name either. But he does like everyone's voice.
They should just give him money, just for no reason. Like, here, it's the 35th anniversary. Here's $1 million. Just give us a fresh "It's a Me Mario."
There's only one thing I was sad about in the Mario Direct. They made no mention of my favorite Mario game. And that is Paper Mario. Do not roll your eyes. Paper Mario.
Hear my eyes roll.
Paper Mario is a good game, okay?
I mean,
it's a very good game. Huh?
I mean, nothing. What?
What'd you say?
I said, keep lying to yourself. That's okay.
I mean, I haven't beat this game like 20 times or anything.
A sense of accomplishment. That's why she likes that game. Anyway, I'm happy.
It's fun.
I'm happy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because I was actually thinking the other day, like, hey, we're not hearing a lot of stuff from Nintendo. We had the big presentation from Xbox. We had PlayStation, of course, and haven't really heard anything. What? Why are you raising your hand?
Charles Martinet is the voice of Mario.
There you go.
That man.
Since 1990.
I just love that anytime that we like, hey, where's a game from Nintendo? They just like, there's some nostalgia. Shut up. They're good about that. All right, okay. But yeah, cool events. I'm probably going to do the digital download because I want the physical copy, though. I want that, but,
Well, Target is doing pre-orders. Pre-orders are open right now.
Because you shouldn't pre-order from GameStop. No. Hot take. Anyway.
Or you can come to the Rescue Furniture Mart because no one knows we sell video games.
Y'all sell video games? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. I'm late to this one. So I got a rash of crap about not being onto the Star Trek Discovery show, and I got to tell you, after I finally discovered it, I really like this show. I am all caught up to it now, and yeah, I had to drag that in because I care about everybody else's pictures but mine. But the good news is, Star Trek Discovery's 3rd season is coming soon, and it's going to be October 15th on CBS All Access. But there's some changes. Already we see Burnham has this very long and braided hair, and I'm not going to spoil the ending of season 2, but clearly they've been away for a while. Also, she's wearing a different uniform. These are just things I'm noticing. And her fleet insignia is quite different from what we were used to. What is going on in the Star Trek universe? I am excited to find out because it's a really good show, and I hate I was so late in actually viewing it because once I got into it, it was like, boom, I have to watch all of it. But the other news is they have cast, and I hate that Cass isn't on the show tonight, by the way, their first non-binary and transgender character, Blue Del Barrio,
Hey.
who actually played Lev in The Last of Us Part 2, you made some bad decisions, but he will play a trans character known as Gray. It is, Barrio teased the role and said, Adira, the name of the character, is a wonderfully complex character, mainly because of this duality they have within them. They're astonishingly intelligent, and yet they're still a kid. They experience their emotions at a heightened level, like most teenagers, and that's what makes them so fun to play. However, I am kind of like, why do we have a teenager on board, the Discovery? I don't think this is a safe environment for them. I'm just saying. I like to describe them as cerebrally brilliant and emotionally a puppy. Adira is an introvert, but they keep a few people close to the chest, which I definitely resonate with. I don't want to say too much and get in trouble, but all in all, Adira is a uniquely strange and beautiful character. I am very happy about this. Mainly, I love the show. I seriously do. There's a lot of representation in this show, and I appreciate that. Something we're going to talk about a little bit later on. I don't know, Rick, did you watch any of Star Trek? I have to cover Star Trek stuff because Bryce ain't here.
Okay, so I never really got into Star Trek because my parents weren't into it. Like I got into Star Wars because that's what they knew. I've seen the newer movies like Star Trek Into Darkness and Star Trek Beyond, but beyond that, no pun intended, I have not seen anything Star Trek. Not original series, not Next Gen, not Deep Space Nine, nothing. It's not really, well, I wouldn't say it's not my cup of tea, but I'm like, I don't know. Like I'll watch it at some point maybe, but it's like I don't even know where to start. Like, do I go watch the whole movie of like the original?
No, started this one. I don't care about that. Although they are doing something very unique on the show, which I don't. It's not a spoiler, but the captain that was over the Enterprise before Kirk actually took over the Discovery for a while. And the actor that plays him, it's great. He's been so good that they're actually going to do a spinoff Star Trek of the Enterprise before Kirk came along. Yeah, he is awesome. Like he's the captain of the ship, and they go somewhere and they're a space station, and it's supposed to be blinking and something. And his line was, "I'm supposed to be seeing blinky things. Where's my damn blinky things?" He's so laid back and cool. Like, you love Captain Pike. Pike is great. And he was there for the majority of season 2. It's sad that
Wait, Pike.
Yeah, Captain Pike. He was the captain.
Is he played by Bruce Greenwood again?
Yes.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure. Hang on, I need to see. Oh, wait. I need to.
Because he was the one who played him in the movie.
No, I don't think. That's Bruce Greenwood. Hang on. I gotta look up crap now.
Because I like Bruce Greenwood. He also voices Batman. So.
Who plays Pike on Star Trek Discovery?
But like, I wanted to watch Picard, but I'm like, I don't know enough about the old stuff for me to probably enjoy it as much as I probably should. So. Yeah, I know about the movie about they saved the whales or something. It's Star Trek 4 or 5.
Oh,
I know about that.
It's Anson Mount who plays Pike.
I don't know who that is, but I'll look him up.
He's good. Anyway, so yeah, season 3 of Discovery coming next month. Yay. And as long as we're talking about premieres, we've got The Boys season 2 tomorrow on Amazon.
Yeah, we do.
Did you watch any of that, Cor?
No.
That's horrible. Don't watch it. I actually have to get my wife into that one, so beware. Beware. I like The Boys. Billy the Butcher is like my favorite. He's my spirit animal. When he brought a team together with a Spice Girls reference, he stole my heart. Also, it's Carl
40
Urban. Come on.
Spice.
The Spice Girls, they aren't shit together apart. But together, they are something. So, all right, okay, moving on.
I actually started reading the graphic novels for that one.
Oh yeah, the graphic novels are. Yeah, I mean it's different. So you're cool. You're cool.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was gonna be different. Like, I other than Watchmen, I've never seen a straight adaptation from graphic novel to TV or movie or whatever. So, other than Watchmen,
Well, let's move off the news. Rick, go ahead and give us the next story.
all right, I'm gonna go with this one. So who here has seen Godfather Part 3?
Me.
Cora? No, that's okay. I haven't either. I've only seen the first Godfather. So, Jason, guess what?
Okay. What?
That Godfather Part 3 that you've seen won't matter anytime soon because they are doing a new edit of Godfather Part 3 with a completely new ending. And it's coming to theaters. Paramount Pictures will release a new edit and restoration of Francis Ford Coppola's The Godfather Part 3 in theaters this December, and then later on it's going to come out in digital Blu-ray DVD debut. The movie originally came out in 1990, but it's going to be retitled. It's no longer going to be called Godfather Part 3. It's going to be called Mario Puzo's The Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone. The Paramount said Thursday that the new cut achieves the original vision that Coppola and screenwriter Mario Puzo had for the movie. We're getting a new version of it, more or less, because they are gonna move scenes around. They're gonna add new music to it, and they're just rearranging everything. Here's a quote from Coppola. For this version of the finale, I created a new beginning and ending and rearranged some scenes, shots, and music cues. With these changes and restored footage and sound, to me, is a more appropriate conclusion to The Godfather and Godfather Part 2, and I'm thankful to Jim Giannopoulos and Paramount for allowing me to revisit it.
So, are they shooting new footage?
No, they're just taking old stuff they already have, and they're just rearranging everything around.
Okay.
Interesting.
I'm kind of interested because
So-
apparently he had a different vision for this, and it's all Coppola. So was anybody out there
Coppola and his
clamoring for a remake of Godfather? Did somebody like approach him on the street a couple of weeks ago and was like, I really didn't like Godfather 3, man. I'm just letting you know.
I haven't seen it, but I know it is the weaker of the three. I know
Yes.
Godfather 2 is usually told it's the best of the three. But Coppola and his production company, American Zoetrope, worked from a 4K scan of the original negative to undertake a frame-by-frame restoration of the new version in the original Godfather Part 3. So it's going to be as clear and crisp as you can get it.
It's hard to
So yeah,
argue
that's
when
coming
it's-
out. We don't have an exact release date, but it will be coming out this year. Of course, with everything going on, that could always change. But right now, we are seeing a December release of The Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone.
See, it's weird when it's the artists themselves that want to change it because as much as people don't like what George Lucas did, who are we to argue with the person that created this, okay?
Yeah, it's his vision,
Yeah,
his
seriously,
story.
yeah, I'm not happy with how George Lucas is doing Star Wars. Okay, well, I'm sorry you disagree with the thing that he made, but that's his choice. So it's kind of hard for me to argue with it. If it was somebody else coming in like, I think we need to remake this, and I'd tell them I think you need to shut up. But
And it's not even a remake. It's just a.
yeah, if he had a different vision for it, okay, sure.
I don't know what to call, because he's not remaking the movie. He's just
Reimagining.
yeah.
Because apparently he had the footage.
Yeah, re-edit.
He had the footage, so apparently this is what he wanted to do, but for some reason didn't. So have at it, Hoss.
You know how studios can be, or certain producers
Yeah.
and stuff. They're like, oh no, do this instead.
So okay, good luck, Mr. Francis Ford Coppola. I'll actually go watch this. If it's his,
I will get him.
If it's his vision,
I'll
go check it out.
I will buy a bottle of his wine, buy this on Blu-ray, and sit down and watch it. So
There you go. I'm pretty sure he would appreciate that. All right. We got a gaming update, which We made predictions
Yes.
on this. Cora.
Yep. And real quick, I'm sending you another image that I meant to send. Oh no, did it not save? Well, frick. So Aiden Chronicles. We'll just go ahead and get started. It's the Kickstarter ended this past week, and they have become the third most kickstarted game on the platform. And their ending numbers were 481,621,841 yen. Put into American dollars, that is $4,571,418.
We said it was gonna we said it was gonna go over 4 mil. Cora didn't believe. We believed.
No, I said that it was going to taper at around 4 to 5 million.
Okay.
Y'all said it was going to go up into like 10 or 12 million.
Oh, not what? Did I say that? I must have been drunk. Anyway.
One of y'all did. I don't know. I was close, so I feel good.
I think it said around 5 to 6. I think is what I said.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I'm adding what y'all had together. But I was able to grab the picture.
The third
that is the
highest on Kickstarter, though.
On Kickstarter.
Wow.
So the stretch goals that we got are too numerous to go over every single one. I sent Jason the image of the banner. They like the banner image they were using for it.
I don't know how I'm going to display this. I'll try.
Yeah. Essentially, we got many new characters. I believe we got a total of about 109 characters now for the game instead of just the 100. There are various new things that have been added, such as there will be Korean localization, there will be Brazilian Portuguese, there will be Chinese. There may have been one for French. I can't remember. There was a lot of stuff they added. There will be a racing mini game. There will be a hot spring, which was also something that was very popular in the Suikoden series. A ranking mode. There will be various backstories for DLC. Something known as the Psychic Detective Agency, which seems very reminiscent of a specific character in Suikoden 2 that helped you find the characters to recruit, which was very helpful. There will be a full orchestral soundtrack for the game instead of just regular computer digital sound music. Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong. There's 110 characters total officially. And that character is one that we as backers get to vote on. The 10th character that was added. There will be there's a lot here, as you can see. I recommend going to the Kickstarter and looking at it in full to see the full list of rewards and new things that they've added to the game. It's going to be really interesting to see if they can get all of these done, like all of these things done in their by 2022 deadline, because that is a lot. Like adding new characters isn't too different, so to speak, but some of the features they added, it's a lot. It does make me wonder if they already had plans for all of these things in general and knew that the Suikoden fan base was just very hungry for a new game.
I mean, they got my money, so, you know.
Oh, yeah. I will straight up let you all know right now, I went with one of their things for the stretch goal, or for their goals, was you could pick like a job class, and they would determine the rewards you got. And I picked the chef one, so I will get there will be a cooking mini game, which is one of the reasons I got this bundle, because I'll get a digital cookbook from the game, and I'll have a little apron.
Oh, that's cool.
In addition, it will come with a CD of the soundtrack and a art book and a physical copy of the game.
So are they going to actually sell now, or is it still just Kickstarter?
The Kickstarter was to start the game. They have not started it. Like, I'm sure they've started the game.
But will they actually sell it in stores?
I believe so, yes.
Sweet. That's awesome.
I know
I'm
for certain it will be for on like digital, like on Steam, on
oh,
Nintendo, on
that's cool.
PlayStation.
I want them to continue on. I mean, we've seen other games
Oh
on
yeah.
Kickstarter that actually got mainline releases as well, which that's good for the company. So yeah, awesome.
Oh yeah. Like I'm very excited, not just because it's from Suikoden creators. That's obviously part of it. But it's been a long time since we've had a really good JRPG.
I had no dog in the fight, and when I looked at that Kickstarter you showed, I mean that's the whole purpose of a Kickstarter, to sell your product. They sold it to
Yeah.
me.
It looks like a beautiful mixing of Octopath Traveler with more like traditional classic JRPG, which I'm so here for.
Yeah.
I'm
Congratulations to the company too. This is a good.
oh yeah.
I mean, they. I tried to display your stretch goals, by the way. I
Oh
couldn't do
yeah.
it. I couldn't find a way to enlarge it enough to actually show everything. That go check out the Kickstarter and say congratulations, because I couldn't display that. I was trying to like make it so I could scroll it at least. No, no.
No, it's too big.
I mean,
I
they were like, we got to keep coming up with freaking stretch goals, guys. Anyway,
It's like we have to add new characters now. What else are we gonna do?
well,
I don't know.
congrats to them. I'm happy for them. Any type of this, of course, will lead to a little bit more mainstream attention with the game being able to be downloaded. So yeah, kudos to them.
Oh, absolutely. And what I'm really hoping for is that it brings more focus not just to the Suikoden games. Like obviously that's already happened. I've seen a lot of articles floating around on like Kotaku. I've seen various classic gaming channels going into like why Suikoden is important, why it's popular, and like just talking about those sort of things. And so it's bringing light back to Suikoden. And what I'm hoping for is that it will also bring light to other classic RPGs that don't get as much recognition, kind of like Golden Sun. Golden Sun is one that's really popular among JRPG fans. But if you talk to someone who's like a casual player or like I would say younger, they kind of stare at you. Like basically, if it's not Final Fantasy, they don't know what you're talking about. And this will, I feel like this is going to bring that kind of stuff back into a more mainstream kind of thing, like like the Secret of Mana or just the Mana series in general. The
I'm just
Yeast
happy it's on my
series.
preferred platform for JPRGs, and that's my Switch, because I can lay in bed and play this.
Exactly.
All right. Well, we got I think another one to cover. We can talk about this in unison, Rick. So, it was recently announced that Olivia Munn. I'm not sorry, Olivia Munn. What is her name? Olivia Wilde. Sorry, Olivia Wilde is going to be directing a female-led star in the Spider-Verse in a live-action movie, which of course it's Ghost Spider-Gwen, but they're not the only Spider that might be making it onto the screen. Rick, you want to take over?
We got, they announced today that Sony announced today that they are working on a live action TV show for none other than Silk. There is I did not save the page where I had all my notes on that one. I know that they don't have any actors yet, and they don't have anywhere to distribute it yet, but there is word that it's going to be on Amazon Prime. Though, of course, those are still very early talks, but Amazon Prime seems to be the early contender for this live action of Silk. So I actually don't know much about Silk. Do you, Jason?
She is actually a Korean American named Cindy Moon. She's basically an ally of Peter's. Lauren Moon, who wrote for Atypical and Good Trouble, is in talks to actually write for the series, and but executive producers are Phil Lord and Chris Miller of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Hey!
Ooh.
So right there, I'm on board. Amy Pascal, who was also formerly a head of Sony Pictures, is going to executive produce the show.
All right.
But apparently they have been trying to get this to screen since 2018.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So yeah, no, Amazon is in talks. But if you haven't read anything about Cindy Moon, she's created by Dan Slott and Humberto Ramos, one of my favorite artists. She was actually bitten by the same spider that bit Peter. She has spider sense, can shoot webs, superhuman strength, speed, stamina. You know, all of your friendly neighborhood
Ooh.
spider person gifts and everything. And apparently, and I didn't catch this when I was reading the article, but we've already seen Cindy in the live action Marvel universe. She was portrayed by Tiffany Epstein as one of Peter's roommates in Spider-Man Homecoming and in Avengers Infinity War.
Ooh.
So we have technically already seen Cindy on the screen. Will that be the same character? Probably not, but we don't have any actress linked to this. I actually had, I was going to try to find a picture, but it's too late. But anyway, we don't really have anything yet. I shouldn't be putting the actress name out there anyway, because we don't have anything confirmed, but apparently she's already appeared, which I was like, and I actually had to go back because I have Disney Plus and find her scenes in the movie. And I was like, I don't know if they've already planted the seeds, but this is a typical Marvel thing to do. But how do we know that she was, I don't know if they're going to follow the exact thing from the comic and everything, which I go get a trade paperback of Silk. It's great. You'll find out all about her history and buy comics from your local comic book stores. Stop raising your hand. What?
No. Season 2 draft of The Boys. It's on Amazon Prime right now.
Oh, well, the show's over. Goodbye. No. No, we do have one last thing.
Up right now.
Okay. Bring yourself
down. They dropped it early. First 3 episodes are up on Amazon Prime.
Well, we have one last thing to cover because this deserves its time. Oh boy. Okay. Sadly, this week we learned that Chadwick Boseman has. Wait, I've messed this up. I need to get a hold of myself here. Okay. Sadly, at the age of 43, Chadwick Boseman has been taken from us. Sadly, for 4 years, he had been suffering from colon cancer. The only people that knew were his agent, close friends, and family. He knew this taking on the role, and if you've ever had any dealings with colon cancer, it is one of the really terrible ones out there. And to think that he was doing all this training and work while afflicted with disease says a lot for not only his strength of character, but his strength as a person. Disney has not, before we get into this, Disney has not announced who will be taking on the role or anything like that, and I think now is not the time to discuss that. Statement from the family: it is with immeasurable grief that we confirm the passing of Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016 and battled with it these last 4 years as it progressed to stage 4. A true fighter, Chadwick persevered through it all and brought you many of the films you have come to love so much. From Marshall to The Five Bloods, August Wilson's May Rainey's Black Bottom, and several more. All were filmed during and between countless surgeries and chemotherapy. It was an honor of his career to bring King T'Challa to life in Black Panther. He died in his home with his wife and family by his side. The family asks for your love and prayers and asks that you continue to respect their privacy during this difficult time. That was August 28th. Fuck cancer. I got that out of the way. It's hard for people of color to get representation, but it's even harder to get good representation. I was a fan of Chadwick's when I saw 45, the story of Jackie Robinson.
42.
I must be stuck on presidential stuff. But I was impressed by his acting in that movie. So when I saw he was cast for Black Panther, I was like, this is going to be awesome. And we weren't wrong. He was great in the role. But to think that he was going through all of this while doing that It leaves me speechless. Apparently, he was under the impression he was going to do well. He was actually going to start preparing for Black Panther 2 filming here within the past week. And apparently within the last week is when things went bad. He was a great actor and a strong man. I think Jack Kirby would have been proud what he was able to do. As a person of color, I'm happy that he was able to bring this character to life and just nail it and provide inspiration for all those kids like me that look at a comic book and they see a hero that looks like them. Someone that we can relate to. I honestly don't know how we go forward with this because of how good he was. There'll be a time to discuss that later. But for now, he's our king. And I remember coming out of that movie theater so happy and so proud. Rick, you described some of the scenes that you saw when you were working at a theater during that time.
Yeah. People were coming there just, they were proud because it wasn't a stereotypical, like, it wasn't what people of color normally get cast as. A thug, gangster, lowlife, a drug dealer, arms dealer. This was royalty. This was a superhero. And people were coming dressed in African clothing. They were dancing in the lobby. I saw like families like dads showing their kids the poster and be like, that's you now. And kids were looking at the posters and the theater and stuff and being like, I look like him. I look like her. And I have a comic from a variant cover from Black Panther, and it's a very basic drawing, but it's a poster, and it's Black Panther, and it's Okoye, and it's a little boy and little girl going, that's me.
Core,
we
want to add?
we don't have much representation. For the first time we like, for me, we had Black Panther, and we also had like Diego Luna in Star Wars, and we don't get that kind of representation, and seeing families come dressed in their culture, and people had shirts on that they made themselves and said, for the culture. And that's what this was. And there's a video out there of Chadwick kind of talking about the impact that this movie was having on people, that he was seeing it. And, I saw him in 42. I saw him in Black Panther. I saw him as James Brown. And between 2016 till this August 28th, he did 7 movies for Marvel. 4 of them were for Marvel. And you have to be in almost peak physical condition for those movies. And he was able to do that while fighting this quietly. And he was going to hospitals for kids as they were fighting their own battles against cancer. But he was there, smiles, and just, he really was a real life superhero. He really is a king for us.
Cora, you have anything you'd like to add?
I don't know if there's anything I can really add that hasn't already been said. And for me, I've always had superheroes that look like me. I mean, I'm white. And even though I'm a girl, I've had like the X-Men. I've had Wonder Woman. I can pick up any comic book and find a character that looks like me being the hero. And so I never grew up thinking I couldn't be one. After this movie, well, not even before this movie, when Black Panther made his first appearance, and I believe it was
Civil War. And it was great.
I felt the impact there immediately. I legitimately didn't realize Black Panther was going to be in the movie. I don't think I watched any of the trailers leading up to it. So like there was shock, but it wasn't like a bad shock. I got more excited about the movie. And when I found out, like my friend and I, when we found out Black Panther, like when we found out it was coming out and everything, that was the first time I was actually excited, overly excited to be in a crowded movie theater. We were, I think I was the only white person in the theater because my best friend is not white. But it wasn't like that's only happened one other time in my life, and this was the first time that I didn't feel like I was in the wrong place. Everybody in that theater was just so excited to be there. They welcomed everybody into that theater. And all of us got into this movie. We cheered and chanted along with everything. Every Wakanda Forever, everyone in the theater was doing it. Like it was weird. Everybody was feeling the same energy of pride and excitement and just overall happiness. And it was amazing. Nobody walked out of that theater unhappy. And Black Panther did that. Captain America didn't do that. That's the only other Marvel movie that was like at my top tier favorite list. Captain America couldn't even get that. It was Black Panther that accomplished that. It was Chadwick Boseman that accomplished just pure joy. And it was also interesting that even around the theater, because people will talk about the movie outside of it, no one had anything bad to say about it. Because the movie had its flaws. Every movie has flaws. But those flaws are outweighed by the good that it does and the fun that you have. And
So I'm going to add this last thing because I was lucky enough to be there in Hall H when they brought up the cast of Black Panther. This was 2017, so this was like 7 months before the movie came out. And the way they talked about the movie, of course, they couldn't talk too much about it, obviously for obvious reasons, but the joy and just the proud looks on their faces after this showed that first trailer to us, they knew how important this movie was, but they I don't think they really realized just how important it really was gonna end up being. But just seeing their faces full of pride that they were able to put this together, like Ryan Coogler and Chadwick and Michael B. Jordan and um, Lupita Nyong'o and everyone else, just they knew they had something special, but they just didn't, I think, truly realize how special it was going to be. And once you watch interviews after the movie came out, you can tell that they were getting it. Like they had an inkling, but no one really knew how big this was going to be till after the movie came out. So, but just seeing how happy they were that they're able to put this together for the fans, for the culture, it's great.
In summation, I'm going to say this: if Chadwick Boseman's portrayal of Black Panther did anything to you and gave you a positive outlook, then as black men, go to the doctor and get your checkups, because he was 1 year older than I am, and I have already had to do that in my life. But that is important. So if you do have things like this, they can be found and they can be treated, and you won't be, because this is, I don't even like to talk about this kind of cancer to somebody that I liked. So if you don't want your family and you want to stick around and be heroes for those kids who saw Black Panther, then it's important that you take care of yourself and make sure that you stay on top of your own health and well-being, so we are able to stay here longer. If his impact had anything on you, you owe it to yourself. Do that for him. And with that, I think we're going to end the show. We're going to miss him. His legacy is going to live on. So, with that, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JasonTheX, or follow the show at SCNS Live on Instagram and Twitter. Rick?
You can find me on Instagram under NerdyRick89. I'm doing the 366-day challenge. Today was day 247 of this hell of a year. So you can check me out on there. Also, quick, send out good prayers, good thoughts, good vibes to my friend's cat named Zeke. They found a heart murmur. Hopefully they can treat it real quick. But she loves that cat. So prayers for Zeke.
Cora?
You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Corodono Art if you would like to see some of the silly drawings I do. Specifically on Twitter, you can see all of my retweeting of really good fan art from Suikoden and from Aiden Chronicle. Or if you would like to follow me for Final Fantasy 14 related stuff and screenshots, you can follow me at chaotic_noodle.
All right, guys. Well, that's been our show. Enjoy your 3-day weekend if you have it on Labor Day. But as we always say around here, we say keep on nerding. But tonight, Wakanda forever. Much love, everybody.